Y'all ready? This next story here is hilarious. So this goes back to the last story here. Ted Cruz put on a masterclass in verbal diarrhea last night. Okay, he went on Sean Hannity's show, and this is after the Senate Republicans and the House Republicans, they all came together and had a little luncheon. All right, and Mitch McConnell put on the table a $1 trillion package of crumbs, which is a nice little collection of crumbs to give to small businesses. They're going to cut the unemployment benefits from $600 a week to $200 a week. The measure, according to many economists, the one measure that was the lifeline for tens of millions of families. They're going to cut it. They're going to give some funding to schools, and that's going to be that. That's what's in this little assimilation of crumbs that Mitch McConnell put on the table. And the debate in this luncheon, it was a brawl, according to some of the reports. It was a brawl. You had the neocons, you had the libertarians, you had some of the populists in the corner. It was just a brawl. It's a mess. And they don't even really know what the final proposal is going to be. Meanwhile, the unemployment insurance is about to expire at the end of the week. Meanwhile, 12 million households are about to be kicked out on the ass because the moratorium on evictions is going to expire. Meanwhile, crisis is impending. Crisis is upon us. They ain't even got nothing together. Okay. So Ted Cruz was in this luncheon, and while we were actually talking about at least giving the people crumbs, he was on the side of let's give them nothing. He said, what are we doing? What are we doing? Matter of fact, no. Ted Cruz can say it better. I'm going to play the clip. Let's go.
And I got to tell you, Sean, I stood up at lunch today and I said to my Republican colleagues, I said, what in the hell are we doing? That we can't just keep shoveling cash at this. We're going broke. We're bankrupting our country. And the answer can't be trillions and trillions more money that we keep printing or we keep borrowing from China. We don't got it. And so what we need to be doing is not another relief bill. We did that in March in the middle of an emergency, in the middle of a crisis. We need a recovery bill. We need to be pulling back taxes and job-killing regulations to help small businesses reopen and create jobs. If we get into a spending war with the Democrats, who can be the biggest Santa Claus will always be outbid. If we spend $1 trillion, they'll spend $2 trillion. If we spend $3 trillion, they'll spend $4 trillion. That's not the answer. And, Sean, you want to know what this election is all about in November? If our economy is reopening, if people are going back to work, if they're hopeful, if they're optimistic, if they see a future that they feel better about America, we win. Donald Trump wins. We keep the Senate and we retake the House. But if we're shut down, if 40 million of Americans are out of work, if people are hopeless and demoralized, that's how we get a President Joe Biden and a Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. And that's how we see devastating damage to this country. Our focus has got to be reopening the economy and getting people back to work.
There's so much to debunk. That was verbal diarrhea at its finest. Verbal diarrhea, literally everything was wrong. Literally every single point he just made was wrong. First of all, we don't have the money. We're going broke. We can't afford to spend trillions and trillions and keep throwing money at the prop. What? We don't have the money? We're going broke? Guess where the money's going? Let's put up the graphic. That's where the money's going, bro. Into expensive escapades overseas. We're still in Syria. We're still bombing the crap out of the Middle East and North Africa. We're still giving Israel billions of dollars every year to commit a genocide of the Palestinian people. We're still in Afghanistan. We still have the most bloated military budget by $500 billion in the entire globe. In the globe. We're outspending the next nearly dozen countries combined on the military. And for what, Ted? And for what? By the way, I hate your beard. God, you are so smarmy. You think you're so smart. You really think that you're nailing it. I'm nailing it, aren't I? Oh, my Republican conservative base. Oh, God bless their heart. They don't know any better. They're eating this up, aren't they? Oh, my name's Ted Cruz. Oh, I'm so smart. Shut up and shave. You look ridiculous. Actually, the beard looks better. He's an ugly person overall. I guess the beard looks better. Still, I hate it. Oh, back to the substance. That's where the money's going. It's going to the military. It's going to these corporations who are literally paying tens of billions of dollars a year in fossil fuel subsidies, tens of billions of dollars towards a product that is killing the planet, that we literally have 10 years to save or it becomes irreversible. That's where it's going. Tens of billions of dollars towards this planet's destruction. Or how about the fact that Amazon, Netflix, GM, Chevron pay zero, oftentimes negative in taxes? We're paying the largest corporations in the country, who then don't even pay their workers a living wage. Wow! Wow! Oh my goodness. But you want to say where the money's going? How dare you? Oh, how dare you? But then Bernie and progressive Democrats propose a 10% cut in the military budget. Just 10% off of the $500 billion extra that we already spend and then the rest of the world. And y'all couldn't even go for that. So most of the Democrats couldn't even go for that. How pathetic are you, corporate elite? How pathetic are you? How baseless are you? How spineless are you? I can see the corruption oozing out of your pores. You are pathetic. You're a shame. You're a sham. God, he pisses me off, bro. We're in the middle of a pandemic, bro. Have y'all ever lived through this? No one alive has lived through this. Maybe two of people alive have ever lived through something like this and lived to tell the tale. Meanwhile, as millions of people are about to be kicked out on their ass, as millions of people, at the end of the week, 12 million households could be kicked out on their ass. At the end of the week, on Friday, dude. Unemployment benefits. The one lifeline, according to some economists, that is saving 30 million people from economic destruction, from oblivion. That's about to expire at the end of the week. And what is this guy talking about? We need to reopen the economy. No, it's because business is hitting up your line. All your little donors, all your big oil donors, all your big tech donors, all the people, all these corporations, all the big real estate people, all the law firms, all of them are dialing you up and saying, hey, Ted, hey, I bought you. So I better get what the fuck I paid for. Reopen. We need to reopen. We're losing money. I can't stock my money away in these stock buybacks. I'm losing my little fortune. I lost 500 mil today, even though I have billions left over. Hey, Ted, make it happen, buddy. That's what they're saying to all these Republicans. So he has to go on Sean Hannity and utter verbal diarrhea to our faces, as tens of millions of us are losing the roof over our head and our ability to feed our families. How pathetic are you, dude? But you have the nerve to insult my intelligence, to insult the tens of millions of people out there who are dying, who are struggling to survive. You have the nerve to insult our intelligence and sit here and lie and say that we don't have the money? We're going broke? As we're spending $500 billion extra, more than China, more than the next dozen countries combined, to bomb brown people and protect oil routes. As Amazon and Netflix and Chevron and GM don't pay a nickel in taxes. As we're subsidizing a product that is killing the planet. But you want to say we don't have the money? God, dude. It's cool. You want to know why it's cool? Because people are waking up. They are. There's a reason why people came out of their homes as soon as that man was killed, George Floyd. Rest in power, brother. There's a reason why they came out of their homes. To burn a precinct to the ground. Because they are voicing their frustration. They are no longer taking this shit. They're no longer taking this oppression. They're no longer taking this system's knee on our neck. They ain't taking it. Black bodies ain't taking it. Brown bodies ain't taking it. White people ain't taking it. Native American communities ain't taking it. Nobody's taking it no more. We ain't taking this oppression no more, brother. Nobody's taking it. People are waking up. There's a reason why the old white Jewish socialist was known as T.O. Bernie, and we're in the Latinx communities in one California. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that because people are waking up, Ted. People are waking up, Ted. There's a reason Donald Trump's president because he promised jobs, because he promised to shake up the system from people like you, to kick out people like you, to kick out people like Nancy Pelosi, to kick out people like Joe Biden. There's a reason why populism's on the rise. So, Ted, you can either fall in line or you can watch this shit burn to the ground because people ain't taking it no more. You thought the George Floyd protests were something? Oh, that's gonna look like a walk in Candyland compared to what we're about to come up with. If you don't implement progressive reform, if you don't listen to the cry of this pain, yeah. So you just wait. You keep on spouting your lies. You keep on spouting your crap, and you're gonna watch everything you know and love burn to the ground. Because America ain't gonna take it. You have a choice here, Ted. You have a choice. You can let it burn, or you can work with us for our collective liberation. That's your choice. Either way, we will no longer allow you to oppress our communities. Plain and simple.